Homelessness. What comes to mind when you hear that word? My name is Caitlin Smith. I have interviewed several Fort Wayne, Indiana community members who are working or have worked with homeless people in the past. I have discovered a current problem in the system of aiding the homeless. There is not enough room at homeless shelters for every woman and child seeking refuge. This can lead to increased crime, prolonged homelessness, and a negative impact on children. In fact, according to Aaron Brown, a Fort Wayne, Indiana National Director for Destiny Rescue, an anti-human trafficking agency, a person that is homeless is more at risk of becoming a human trafficking victim. This is sad because human trafficking victims are used for forced labor or sex. This also ties into the Fort Wayne, Indiana drug problem. The community is currently struggling to help its residents overcome substance abuse, ranging from alcohol to methamphetamine. According to Jamie Martin, the Academy and Volunteer Coordinator for Vincent Village, Inc., a transitional home in the area, it has been suggested that many of the homeless on the streets may have undiagnosed and untreated mental health illnesses. Unfortunately, what this means, according to Jamie Daling, a counselor that has done social work for homeless in the past, is that someone with an untreated and undiagnosed mental illness is someone who may seek to self-medicate their symptoms using drugs. And unfortunately, there are many homeless on the streets. According to Barb Herman, a tour guide for the Fort Wayne, Indiana Rescue Mission, they have to turn away 30 to 50 families a month. Now, Shirley Rourke, the Just Neighbors Interfaith Homeless Network, has mentioned that this could be due to lack of donor funding. Now, this leads me to the next step, prolonged homelessness. One of the difficulties in raising funds is the stigmas or views that people have about the homeless. Oftentimes, a homeless person could be blamed for their own situation because of the decisions they made. Jamie Daling and Jamie Martin both indicated that many people may think that they deserve to be in the situation they're in. But both women also mentioned that it is important to note these are people and they need help no matter how they got into the situation. For instance, Jamie Daling had mentioned that certain insurance companies may allow a person the funding to get into a recovery center for only 3 days. If the person has an addiction problem, this is not going to do anything more than help them detoxify. So a cycle will keep being repeated as the person experiences more and more shame. It is important to note that the Vincent Village website has an article titled Facts About Homelessness. While it did say that many of the families experience mental illness and domestic abuse, there are many, many, many causes that can lead to a person becoming homeless. Wendy Herring, a Fort Wayne, Indiana Community Schools employee who helps homeless children, actually mentioned certain things as a family breakup, like a divorce or a death of one of the parents or even house fire. Now, this leads me to my third point, where a child is negatively impacted. Wendy Herring, as I said, works with children in the Fort Wayne area who are considered homeless. Now, the school district considers a child homeless if they have had a loss of a family member or loss of housing, and thus they have to live in a place with like a relative or a friend. So what Wendy Herring does is she actually helps these kids get the school supplies, clothes, and transportation they need in order to continue going to the school they used to go to before they became homeless. Unfortunately, if a child does not receive the aid that they need, they may experience more truancies and tardiness that can lead to a child missing school, and according to Wendy Herring, any amount of school missed is a missed education, and the younger you can get a kid to do good in school, the more likely it is that their future will be better and the cycle of poverty can be thwarted. Now, in conclusion, by helping the homeless people in our community, all of Fort Wayne benefits. By not helping those who cannot find shelter, it leads to an increased crime rate, negatively impacts children, and also the homeless population. Will you support a homeless ministry today?